Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Treecko from Pokemon. So let's start with the eye. I'm going to have the character pointing that way. So let's start with the one eye in the front, curving up towards the top. From here I'm going to connect these 2 points with a curve going down and then straight up on the side. And then for the pupil, I'm going to draw a very elongated oval. So starting at the top here, it's going to be a very thin oval. In the middle here, I'm just going to draw a half a circle, and then I'm going to color in the rest black. From here, let's go up to the top of the head, and right up here, I'm just going to move the pen over a little bit on the left side of the eye, and I'm going to turn all the way around like a curve to the back of the neck, right about here. So start up here, do a great big curve up at the top, come down, it's almost like an egg shape, and come down and start to curve back into the back of the neck. From here, let's go back up to the top here and draw the lump above the eye on the left, and then come down to right about here, to the same height as this eye, about there. So starting here, we're going to do a big overlap with a curve that comes down, stops right about there. And from here, I'm going to draw the front of the nose. So this is almost like a half circle, a little bit more than a half circle. So starting here, curve out, and start to curve back in towards the eye, and stop right about here. Then from this point, I'm just going to curve around the bottom of this eye with a curve. So starting here, curve around the bottom of the eye and come up. Now before I go any further, I'm going to draw the nostrils. So on the left side here, I'm just going to draw an angled line, and on this side I'm going to draw an angled line going the opposite direction. So move their pen down to right about here for the bottom of the mouth and draw a small little curve going down the chin. Now for the body, it's a big sort of egg shape going around about this big. So I'm going to put my finger at the bottom of where I think the legs are going to start. Start up here, and I'm going to curve all the way around to the bottom of the torso, and I'm going to stop right about here, because I'm going to stick the leg inside this portion here. Let's go back up to the mouth. From this point, I'm going to imagine a curve going into this line, so connecting here, but I'm not going to connect it. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap, but I'm going to aim this curve towards that point there, and stop right about here. Then for some belly detail, I'm just going to curve around the belly and just tuck this in front of that belly like that. And then right here, I'm just going to draw a curve for a little bit of detail that goes up. Now from here, let's continue this part of the body and the leg. So from here, I'm going to angle this leg down. So with a straight line, I'm going to move this back like so. Now let's continue the back of the body before I continue the rest of the leg. So if I imagine this front of the body coming around and continuing, and right about here, I'm going to put a point. And this is going to go all the way back towards this back part of the neck, but I'm going to leave a gap, a slight gap, and I'm going to put a point right here. This is going to be the armpit of the right arm, but I'm going to draw a curve that connects these 2 points. So, now let's draw this leg. So the leg kind of gets tapered in as I get towards the ankle, so right about here, I'm going to come in a little bit towards the ankle, and from this point I'm just going to curve out towards the heel. Now from here at the top of the foot, I'm going to curve up, and then I'm going to round out a toe. Stop right about here. I'm going to do an overlap, so a second toe, I'm just going to touch that point and curve back, and then a third toe, I'm going to curve this around, hit that point. Now this is going to connect to that heel with a continuous curve going all the way back, like so. Now let's get into the arm. So this arm is very similar to how we did that foot. So from here, I'm going to straight line out to the wrist. Now I'm going to go out. It's going to get a little bit thicker as I get towards the wrist. So like so. Then from this point, I'm going to curve up, then curl around for one finger. I'll do an overlap here, and draw the second finger, and I'll do another one, and draw the third finger. Now from this point, I'm just going to tuck this in with a straight line underneath that finger there. For a little bit of finger detail, I'm just going to come in a little bit and draw a short little line, come in a little bit and draw a short little line. Let's get into the leg on the back side here. So the leg's going to be bent. Let's go up here and draw a straight line out, and then a straight line going down. From here I'm going to do a slight overlap, going up and curving around the first toe. Kind of like how I did here. I'm going to come up a little bit and draw the second toe, but I'm going to finish this off by tucking that in under the first toe. And the third toe, I'm just going to stop right about here like so. And come back a little bit and draw a straight line towards the heel. From this heel, I'm just going to do a slight curve going up to the back of the knee. Then from this point, just tucking this under the body. Now, I just want to have the arm in the back going up, and you'll see the little fingers up at the top here. So basically, I'm going to draw sort of a half circle up here for one finger. Come up a little bit, and draw a portion of the second finger, which is almost like a circle tucked in behind. And then the third finger kind of gets tucked in like so. And then from here, I'm just going to draw a straight line for the palm of the hand. Now the final detail here is the tail. So the tail is quite large, it's in two pieces, and there's a swirl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right at the bottom here. So let's start here, and I'm going to work my way all the way around to the swirl here. So coming up, around that finger, and I'm just going to pass that finger and just swirl it around like so. Now here, I'm just going to curve and tuck that into the back. I'm going to move up a little bit here. Now the second part of this tail is just going to be a curve that comes around. So let's start right about here. I'm going to go straight up and start to turn behind that arm. Curve this back like so. And there's the tail. And I think we have it. Very simple. There he is. There's Treecko from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please make sure to check out our Pokemon playlist. I have a ton of characters in there. Tell your friends, get them to subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.